All right, Coach, start out the Cow Mountain Classic with an 11-0 win over North Carolina A&T and a 3-0 win over Rhode Island. Let's go back to game one. Started quickly there, 5 runs in the first, and then a 6-run fifth to close out on Maya's grand slam. Just talk a little bit about that opener.
Yeah, we've been looking forward to getting home. You know, we've obviously been on the road, and just the way the chips fell and the scheduling went, we have not been a home team all year. So we had to come home to be the true home team, and so that felt good. I think we feel comfortable. We've always felt comfortable in our own home, and so I really was excited about how the girls responded to being home and being with their fans. So it was exciting to get back home.
You've been seeing it. It's been coming close offensively, but putting together season high runs and hits in that opener. Just what was working? Was it just getting 1 or 2 going, or?
Yeah, I think in the first game we jumped on them, and then we kind of we were doing the trying to lift everything thing, and then we got back to putting the ball on the ground, which was working against them, and it started to work. And Maya had that grand slam, and if you look at on video, you'll notice that it wasn't a high fly ball one that just was long. It was a nice, started off as a line drive that just kept climbing, and that's the way you want to hit a home run. Don't try to hit one of those. Try to hit line drives, and the ones that are supposed to be home runs are home runs, and that's what happened. So we were happy to see that. We took an opportunity. They took the opportunities and took advantage of them, and I thought that was important. We haven't been doing that this year so far.
You touched on Maya McPherson. Obviously, the grand slam will be the key thing, but hit the ball pretty much every time she was at the plate. What can you say about what you saw out of her, and not just her, but
she's made adjustments. She's one that she loves to go for the long ball. She really does, and I think what she's done, the steps she's taken so far this year, and it paid off today. It was evident today is that she's willing to hit that ball on the green grass and not worry about trying for the home run every time. But watch out if you give her a pitch, because she'll put it out there.
You touched on it when you were talking to the team a moment ago. Just taking that extra base, getting those infield singles. Because in the second game with Rhode Island here, that was a tight ball game there throughout. And wasn't say just taking that extra base from some of these players, some of these girls here, and just creating those opportunities and forcing Rhode Island into making plays.
Yeah, hats off to their pitcher. I mean, first of all, they're a well-coached team, and but their pitcher was one of the best we've faced, and for us to scratch and claw and kind of get that run or two here and was huge, and the defense, and especially Amanda, one of 2 freshmen, 2 shutouts today, 2 freshman shutouts, and that was huge. Both pitchers were incredible. They're showing a lot of poise for their age and being freshmen, and we needed that right now. We feel like we've kind of been getting our own way, and today we kind of felt like we did what was necessary and what good teams do.
You touched on it there. A.G. Batson, game 1, Amanda Fulton, game 2, both freshmen, but both out there in the circle today did not look like freshmen.
No.
Very poised, very composed. What can you say about what both of them did in the circle?
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch them grow, because they're already starting off not on square one, and that's from the composure side of it. They show great composure out there, and it's hard. There's being in that circle and facing Division I hitters is not easy, and so sometimes it's a scary thing, especially for a freshman. AG, we saw it early. We didn't in our first tournament. Amanda had the flu, and we had to leave her at home when we went to Florida, and so she got a chance to go and show some good composure when we went to Georgia and played in their tournament, and so it was kind of nice to come back here and kind of put it together. And I think there's a couple, the first inning and the last inning there for Amanda was real growing experiences, because it got close there, and she battened down and got a good strikeout, and then got a ground ball to finish that game. That was huge, and a lot of freshmen don't do that. They'll crumble, and she did not, and obviously we had a little bit more run support for AG in the first game, but she doesn't crumble either. They're both we're really lucky to have both of them.
As we said, 2-0, get back out here tomorrow, play PC for the first time, and then get a rematch with Rhode Island. What do you need to see out of this group to continue this positive momentum you got built here today?
Well, if looking on the game, the games that PC played today, the one thing they did is they hit. So they're going to be a hitting team. We've got to be able to play some good defense, continue the good pitching, but we're going to have to put a couple extra hits out there, a couple runs on the board against them, and I think it's going to be a dogfight again against Rhode Island. That's a good solid little team right there.